I'm so excited about this week's episode because it's all about something many of us dream about but don't always know how to start: finding a side hustle that works for you. If you're a mom with a dream on your heart, maybe you've always wanted to start your own thing, but the how feels very overwhelming, or you're simply looking for a way to bring in some extra cash, whether it's for a dream vacation, treating yourself to something special, or even just easing whatever financial stress you have. This episode is for you. Today, I'm chatting with my dear friend Allison, who I lovingly call the side hustle queen. She's not only been an inspiration to me, but was also my health coach at one point. And yes, she's the one who helped me start my very first side hustle. That side hustle became the springboard that allowed me to fund my dreams, like investing in courses to grow my business, and all without feeling guilty about spending money on myself. And here's the thing: following your dreams often does take an investment of time, money, or a lot of times even both. And for me, the idea of writing a big check for something like a course felt impossible, but having a side hustle gave me a way to invest in my growth without dipping into my family's budget or feeling that guilt. And you know what? I've seen moms like you turn their side hustles into full-time gigs that give them more freedom and control over their schedules. So, whether you're looking for a way to kickstart your dreams or you just want to create that extra breathing room in your finances, Allison's story and advice will inspire you to take that first step. And trust me, this could be the start of something amazing for you. But before we jump in, I do want to share my Mornings Made Simple freebie guide. If you're ready to build more time and space into your mornings, this guide is for you. It's designed to help you create a morning routine that works for you so you could start your day feeling calm, feeling focused, and productive. Imagine having that quiet, uninterrupted time in the morning that you could actually work on your side hustle, where you could dream big or take steps to do whatever lights you up. This guide will help you make it happen, even with your busy schedule. So grab your free guide today. The link is in the show notes. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Carrie, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first, because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. With us today is my dear friend, Allison Reynolds. Allison is a special needs mama married to her best friend for 20 years. A powerhouse entrepreneur, Allison has built not one, but 2 thriving 6-figure businesses, one in digital marketing and another as a top earner in a multi-level marketing space. Driven by passion for helping others step into their potential, Allison is on a mission to empower everyday people to achieve extraordinary things. Through her coaching, her mentorship, and transparent storytelling, she's not just building businesses, she's transforming lives. Whether she's creating marketing strategies, cheering on her team, or being present with her family, Allison embodies resilience, resourcefulness, and the belief that with the right mindset, anything is possible. Welcome to the show, Allison. I am so excited to have you here. I know I just did a little intro, but why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey on how you became what I refer to you as the side hustle queen?
Oh my God, I love you. Okay, so my name is Allison Reynolds and I'm from Rhode Island. I always start with my kids because it's literally my why I have started with everything. So I have a daughter, Brookie, who is going to be 14, but she lives life with spastic quad, cerebral palsy, and she's nonverbal. And I have a son, Tyler, who's 16. So being a special needs mama, I had to start thinking out of the box. I was a special needs teacher and I owned a daycare for 8 years and I absolutely loved it. But I wasn't able to work out of the house anymore. So that is when I started to look around and try to figure out how am I going to make money online. And I was scared out of my mind because I had absolutely know what I was doing. This is when I owned my own daycare and I got into something called Young Living Essential Oils 11 years ago. And that opened my journey into so many other things because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So my journey really started with health and wellness because it was just so important to me at the time because of my daughter. And that's where my journey started.
You're such a great mama. And you don't know this, but when I first decided to start this podcast, I took a podcasting course. And one of the assignments was to brainstorm potential guests for the show. And you were, without a doubt, the first person I put on my list. I might get a little emotional here, but a little backstory. I met Allison back in college. We were, I would say, acquaintances, but once you're acquaintances in college, you become Facebook friends. And over the years, I've watched your journey unfold. I saw you dive into Young Living. I think I even became a customer of yours at one point. And then I watched you as you tackled your own challenges with weight loss, which totally resonated with me. And then you went from Young Living to Optavia. But here's where it really hit me. During COVID, I was at one of the lowest points in my life. I gained a lot of weight. And one day while I was getting ready for family portraits, I had a complete breakdown. I was sitting on my closet floor crying because I had nothing to wear. Literally nothing in my closet fit me. I hated how I looked. I hated how I felt. I was so angry at myself for letting myself get to this point. And then I thought of you. I had been watching your journey online, seeing how you were transforming your life, how you were changing other people's lives. And I reached out to you, and Allison, you were a light in that dark moment. You figuratively picked me up off of that closet floor and you helped me turn my life around. You guided me to lose the weight, and you didn't stop there. You saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. You encouraged me to become a coach, telling me that I could change lives too. And because of you, I started that journey. I'll never forget how you'd send me those little quotes for inspiration every week. And those quotes are now the foundation of my Monday Mindset episodes. And while health coaching wasn't the end destination for me, it was the beginning of something so much bigger that I couldn't have even imagined at the time. It gave me the funds and it gave me the confidence to invest in a podcast course, something I wouldn't have done otherwise. And it made me realize that I love coaching moms and helping them create a life they love. So, Allison, you are such a huge part of my journey. Having you on the show is truly a dream come true. And I can't thank you enough for the role you've played in my life. And my hope for this episode is that other moms listening will feel inspired to start something of their own, whether it's a side hustle to fund their dreams or something that helps them discover their purpose, just like you helped me do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here and for being such an incredible light in my life. I know that was a lot.
No, I love it. This is why I call the life the magical circle because we help ourselves, we help other people, and it just keeps on going around and around, right? Like that's what life is about. Yeah.
Ugh. And
Thank
I
you for
love
sharing
being
that.
part of your circle.
I love that you asked me to be on this. We're both emotional disasters.
I know. I know. So I know a big part of people's struggle is finding the time or the energy to be able to start a side hustle. So what are your thoughts on that and what kind of encouragement can you give?
Yeah. All right. So listen, special needs mama here. At the time when I started this, I was still working full time. And so I think so many people just try to make the excuses in their head because, again, this is not a typical 9 to 5 job where you know you're getting paid at the end of the week, right? You don't have a boss telling you what to do. So I think the difference, it's like the fear of just not sure if it's going to work out, right? But for me, I always say, see your future self. And when you see your future self, you literally block out the noise and you block out the excuses and you go for it. And honestly, you just have to find the right thing for you. You know, when you are obsessed with someone or something and you love something, it's just very easy. And I always say, do things in like 15 increments. Can you imagine what you do if you like had no noise and just for 15 minutes just going at something? You can get so much done. And through 11 years of this experience, I have had so many mamas and dads that work, 9 to 5 and still be able to do this on the side. It's just being really good with time. Also, I don't sleep a lot at night, so I do a lot of stuff at nighttime. Also, but also, through the years, I have learned, a lot of people say in like the online business or multi-level marketing business that you get time freedom and financial freedom. And I kind of laugh at that because if you've been in this business, you're like, yeah, time freedom. What are you talking about? I'm attached to my phone. I'm reaching out, blah, blah, blah. But through the years, I have found different programs that have systems, and systems are the key, the ultimate key to time freedom. So you are not attached to your phone. And for me, that has been such a blessing because number one, I owned a daycare because even before I found out my little one had spastic quad CP, I was the mom that wanted to be home. I didn't want to send my kids to daycare. So that's why I owned a daycare after go to graduate school for teaching. So, my goal in life is to work less, make more, be home with my kids, make the memories, and really live every single day to like the fullest, right? To make it the best day ever. So again, it's just taking that fear, turning it to being like really excited about something. And when you find the thing that you're supposed to be doing, watch out, world, because you're just going to fly high with it for sure.
I love that. And I think one of the things that kind of held me back was the fear of judgment or what other people are going to think, especially when like putting myself out there in social media. So, how do you move past that?
Oh, girl. Okay. Yeah. So at first, listen, if people really knew me, I'm the most like non-confrontational person in the entire world. And I actually really care what people think. But then when you step back and think about it, all these people on social media, half of them don't really know you, right? Or if they do, are they the ones truly that were paying your bills? Are they the ones taking care of your family? Or are they the ones when I'm at the hospital with my daughter, like taking care? No, they're not. And listen, I'm also someone that has never ever reached out to someone being like, hey, this is my business. That I find ick. Like I can't stand those little messages being like, hey, you want to, learn about my business? No, no, no. What I have done is I've just always shared my journey. I share other people's journey. I share the love. Just like if you go out for sushi with your best friends and you find like the best sushi place ever, what do? You go on social media and like, oh my God, you guys, I found the best sushi place. You got to go. It's the same thing with me. I've been so passionate with everything I've done. All I have done is share my stories. And so honestly, people like I used to share recipes all the time because I was a health coach for 5 years. When I stopped, people are like, Allison, where are your recipes? You've been feeding my kids. I'm like, oh my God, people actually really follow the recipes. So again, that is a hardcore mindset change, but nobody is taking care of your family but you. So like block out those people because if they are not happy for you for trying to change your family's life, then guess what? They should not be part of your magical inner circle. That's when I say block, delete, delete, delete.
I love that. I love that. And I love you. You're such an amazing light. And honestly, I see you on social media. I love watching your journey. You've built such a trust because you share what works. And I see the authenticity. And I think that's such a huge part of it. So, when moms are looking into side hustles, what advice do you have on how to find them, how to find the right fit? Because you've done a lot of amazing things.
Yeah. So I honestly think everybody has a different personality, right? I'm that person that is okay showing up. I'm okay doing the videos. Some people are not, or some people want to be okay and they just have no idea what they're doing. So honestly, for me, I've just kind of looked around. So I started with the Young Living essential oils. I loved it. I did love it. And I never thought it was going to leave. Then this was around COVID and my sister was supposed to get married. And I am going to call myself the fat sister because I got gigantic and I wanted to lose weight. And I heard about this program, but it was in one ear, out the other because it was my mom telling me about it. And then one day I'm like, nope, I need to do this. So anyway, I started this program. And even before I started the program, I used to like make fun of myself, being like, here we go again, Allison trying to lose weight. Never in my life did I think this program would work. But the first week, I mean, we're talking 6 years ago already, I lost my 4.4 pounds. I'm like, oh my God, I lost 4 pounds. Anyway, I just kept on sharing my journey. Well, that ended up becoming a coach. And I remember when I first started, I'm like, my friends, I'm like, do not call me your coach. I am so overweight. Like, let's just do this together. Like, let's like be accountable. Well, somehow that really led me into like the most beautiful life. I helped over 400 people lose weight. It was so amazing. I had no idea what I was doing, but again, the people that I started with, they helped me and I loved it. Yeah, it was crazy. But then I realized I was spending a lot of time with that one because you have to check in every week. It took a lot of time out, but the pay literally changed my life. I mean, my dad was a doctor and I was getting paid more than him just to kind of give people an understanding. So this little side hustle of me just wanting people to lose weight really drastically changed my life, which I had no idea that was going to happen. So then I was looking on ways how to make money online without building the teams, without doing anything. Because I was just at this point now, I was burnt out. I was burnt out because with my last company, we didn't have the systems. I was attached to my phone and I thought I was looking for like this magical unicorn. So I was never on TikTok, but I got on TikTok to watch like my friends' kids dance, right? So like I didn't even have my own channel. But I kept on seeing people talk about this digital marketing. You get a class, you learn from the class, you make 100%. I'm like, yada, yada. What is this? But then I saw someone on Facebook that actually did Young Living and did Optavia being like, I made $40,000. And I'm like, oh my God, is this real? So I reached out to her and I still don't really understand it. What I got from it at first is you purchase a class, you learn about the class, and you make 100% because this was not multi-level marketing. You weren't building teams. So, anywho, of course, I said yes. And the reason I said yes to that, like, so this was one of the hardest yeses because I literally had like no clue what I was getting into. But just think about like a college course. You could buy the class for 100, 300, 600, or 900. And what I loved about it is if you sold the class one time, you literally made 100% back. So there's no more percentages. If I bought the class for 900 and I sold the class for 900, I make 900. So at the time I was like, $900, it's like insane. But you put it on a payment plan. I'm like, done. Put it on a payment plan. I know I can sell one of these babies. That's what I did. I purchased this class. And what I loved about this particular one, because there's so many different classes, right? I am someone that needs to like raise my hand and ask questions. I need like the professor, right? And so with this class came AKA professor who was already like a 6, 7 figure earner and she had her own community. So not only did I get, I call it like a blueprint because it's literally like step by step by step on how to make money online, whether you own your own business, which I didn't, or I just wanted to learn how to promote, all over different forms of social media. I had no idea how to build email list or, use Canva. I just didn't know anything. So this comes with the community. So every single day, this mentor would get in and tell you exactly what to do every day. So like if someone can like literally go from A to B to C to D, you can do it. So I have learned so much. So many people like, so you just buying a class to sell a class? I'm like, no. Like I have now made my own ebooks from it. Like I have learned so much from that one. Like, so you're investing one time. I always say, can you imagine starting a business for $900? One time. That's it. There's no hidden fees. There's no upsells. So once you purchase that class, you get the master resale rights to it. You own that class. It's yours, baby. You stamp your name on it. And then all you're doing is sharing about the class that you literally purchased. And then you share everything that you learn. And it's crazy. So I did that in 6 months. I made $165,000 from just sharing about the course and getting people to buy the course. And it's changing so many lives. So that, my friends, is digital marketing. But let me keep on going on. So, social media. A lot of people write to me and be like, I want to do it. But so with this one, you do have to show up. Like, you have to show up on video. There's no questions asked. I mean, you can do faceless branding. It's just very, very hard because you're going to pull out feelings. So, I'm not going to lie. So, a lot of my friends are like, listen, I love you. Would love to make, $300, $600, $900 a day. Never going to do it. Then I learned about letter writing, which a lot of people thought was a scam. And I'm like, I really don't want to sit and write letters. But I learned from digital marketing about affiliate programs. And so you can like make money by pretty much, I don't want to say doing nothing, but pretty much not doing that too much. And so I started posting about letter writing. You literally write letters like postcards for the sweepstakes for casinos. My sister did. I had a lot of friends doing it. So I knew it was real. So like when people say it's scam, I don't even listen to them. They're scared about anything. So you literally write letters. Every single letter you write, you make $5 per letter. And so many people are paying for, their Disney World trip or, their mortgage, whatever it is. And so I was like, listen, I'm going to become an affiliate for that because everybody who starts, I make $105 or it's 110. I forget. No, 110. Anybody who starts, I make $100. So I made $10,000 with that. I post like once a month. That's it. So like when I say easy money, because I do have that following, right? Like, because I built that up for 10 years. People know and like and trust me. That's super duper important no matter what you do. So I got into the letter writing. And now I'm helping all of these moms that would never show up on social media. And they will write to me and be like, oh my God, I just paid for my mortgage. Or, oh my God, I really am going to Disney World. I'm like, this is the best because that's what it's about. I'm just trying to help people make money however they want to, what they're comfortable with. And then, being an affiliate also, like just learn. There's so many ways to make money. I mean, look, Amazon affiliates, right? Like that's another thing. But when you do digital marketing, you learn all these little tips and tricks on how to make money. Yeah. This whole journey has been wildly, magically incredible because not only did it help me, but for me, especially being a special needs mom and having so many moms literally not be able to work out of the house, watching them get their life back is, I mean, I feel like that's just what life is about, right? I mean, there's nothing more exciting than watching people get to their dreams because they just decided to finally say yes. I mean, that's the only difference of people who don't do this and do it. One person just said yes, and then they just went at it like full force. And that's the difference. And the people that quit will never make it. It's about being consistent, about being coachable, and just being like utterly excited, like being obsessed. That's what I say. You have to be obsessed. When you're obsessed about something, everything works. But it's true, right? I don't know. I think it's so true.
Oh, it's so true. And this is why I call her the side hustle queen. I mean, you're amazing. You have such an amazing life. And I am the person who said yes and did the thing. I didn't go full throttle, but it gave me enough money, like I said, to pay
To do
for
what you
the thing.
and now you're
But
reaching your dream.
now I'm thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. And it's because
exactly.
of you.
That led you to where you wanna be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So are there any like red flags that people should look at when, these what seem like opportunities pop up to make quick money?
Yeah, so if you ever find a company that's binary in their compensation plan, stay far away. But again, when you start something, if you have, like, good friends doing it, you trust them, right? Like, they're not gonna lead you in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? I would just be careful with some of different courses, right? You wanna just make sure that they're reputable. When you have a course and you have, like, 25,000 people in the community, they're doing something right, right? So, again, just keep an open mind. Also, you don't have a boss with this, right? Like I am never someone's boss. I mean, I lead teams of thousands and I'm their cheerleader, right? So that's what you want to make sure too. Like when you are going into like a multi-level marketing or something, you want to make sure that you're joining good people because you are going to be a part of their lives. And I think it's super important. Like you don't ever want to be uncomfortable. You want to be able to do whatever you want to do. And so they can get a bad rep, right? Like I've had some people that, weren't so nice. And I'm like, wait, you're not my boss. And that's like, you can't be telling me that I'm not supposed to be doing this. So again, you want to always hold hands with people that you want to, lift you up. Like people that are inspiring you all the time when you go to them and they make you smile and laugh and, they're hard workers. Like you just want to make sure that you stay in that circle. I think that's really, really important because I have seen some nastiness and I am so not the drama girl. Like I stay far, far, far away from that for sure.
This is a great place to pause. I hope you're starting to feel inspired. Make sure you come back tomorrow where Allison shares how to pick a side hustle that works for you. She'll talk about affiliate marketing, the importance of finding your why, and how to be consistent and overcome challenges in your side hustle journey. And until then, if you want to learn more about Allison and check out all she has to offer, scroll down to the show notes and you'll find all the ways you can follow her and get in touch with her. It's all there. If you have a mama friend that you think this episode will help, please share it. We want to help as many moms as we can turn your dreams into reality, and a side hustle might just be the start you've been waiting for. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.